Just need a mattress and a blanket, and then who knows? Yeah, I don't want to get.
Yeah, I don't want to get like too close and personal with these guys. I already know what's gonna happen.
It's the first day of NALCS 2018. I'm joined right now by Apollo with coverage presented by OmniSlash, talking about you. Because every split, I think maybe the first weekend, maybe the first day, I do an interview where I make a joke about how you're on yet another team. And you make a joke about how, oh yeah, maybe this one will be the one that I stay on. How many teams have you been on now that you've competed on the LCS?
So I kind of lost count, but I think it's 5, or maybe this is my 6th one.
Yeah. I think this one might be your 6th.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to count. It counts when you were Wiz Fusion. You can't start counting from after you changed your name.
Hoping you'd forget.
Yeah. It's like Apollo. I, as Apollo, have only competed on these teams.
Yeah.
Is it? It is. I feel like it is more common for you to start a split on a different team than you had been on than it is for you to start one on the one that you'd been on previously.
Well, I think the team that was on for more than one split was probably Envy, I think.
Yeah.
Because
you were on Coast for more.
Tip was Coast I got relegated. Oh. Tip was 2 splits and then same for Envy. So it is more likely.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah. So what does that mean for summer?
That means it's really unlikely you won't see me.
Okay.
Honestly, I really hope I stay with Clutch. I think they're a really great org.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's not your fault that you're not in Envy, because you survived when Envy didn't, essentially, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So what is it like for you to, is it exhausting constantly? There's a lot of moving, I bet. You've lived in a lot of different places.
It's not, the moving is not too bad. It's just because I'm not buying too many things.
You never said, you're like, I just need a mattress and a blanket, and then who knows? I don't want to get.
Yeah. I don't want to get like too close and personal with these guys. I already know what's gonna happen.
Each room you look at, and essentially you approach it like a hotel room.
Yeah,
I think, All right. No, but I mean, how did you end up on Clutch? Like, what happened in the offseason that ended you up here?
I think it was just like many different players. We all, or most of us, had to join new teams, right? Yeah. And I think me, Nick, and Lyra eventually kind of wanted to play with each other still, and Clutch just seemed to be moving the quickest, and they were doing a really good job, and it felt like a good organization, and I think they're proving that as well. So,
yeah. Do you think that? Because I'm sure it is probably hard for you to sort of build up momentum when you're constantly switching teams. Given that, yes, you're on a different team, but with a lot of the core from your previous team, do you think that this will help you kind of keep the momentum going?
Yeah, it definitely helps, and I'm really hoping that, I guess it's kind of hard to say. I don't really think about it too much. I think I just really focus on my own play, and then if I do well, then teams will want me. If I do not well, then they probably won't. But at this point, I just really want to do well, and then I want the team to do well, because, it's just don't want to keep switching teams. It's really annoying.
Does it feel like Envy?
No, I think it's a lot different, actually. It's just, it's nothing like Envy at all, really, because I think Clutch Gaming has done a really good job of bringing support staff, and we've just been working with a lot of different people. Compared to Envy, it was just a lot of the players talking. Okay. So I think it's a lot different, and it's good. I really like it. It took a little bit of getting used to, but I think just working with so many people, and it's a little bit less stressful in that way, because you just have so many people wanting you to get better, helping you improve.
Yeah, that's really cool. For today, you beat Golden Guardians, so you're already off on a win. A lot of people have been undervaluing Golden Guardians. They feel like they're not particularly good. Do you feel like that's the case after playing them?
At least our performance for today, against them, it did seem like, you can kind of tell that they're just going to be a lower tier team for now, because I think it just the way they played today, I didn't think they'd do that really. They did very well, but I also think it had to do with their draft. I think they didn't. I think unless we maybe. Basically, I think if we made mistakes, then maybe their draft would work, but they didn't have any ways to create plays or create opportunities for themselves with their draft. So once we got ahead, it just kind of looked like they were just slowly losing, and Is
that a Locodoco problem?
I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that.
Okay. So it's very safe of you. What is first off, you guys have a house, I assume.
That is, yes, we have a house.
Is it nice?
It's a nice house.
Okay. everybody keeps talking about Clutch, and they're like numbers, mathematics. Do you open up, League of Legends, and then on the second screen you put like calculus and trigonometry equations, and then you're like, all right, if I just sort of follow through this, I'll win.
I actually did that during the game. I just alt-tabbed and we were just calculating stuff, and then that's just how the game plays out.
Yeah. With Windows Calculator?
Windows Calculator and Notepad. But I think there is a lot of talk about that. I know they had a lot of like analytics and stuff. We haven't really been working with them too much. It's just, I know they're doing that on their own, I guess. Okay. Yeah.
And then eventually maybe they bring that in.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is there anything that you want to say, Apollo, to any of the fans who, like me, are watching you tour the world on all these different teams?
Different teams. Thank you for supporting me for all this time. I know it's been kind of difficult, but I'm really hoping that I stick with Clutch Gaming, and thank you for supporting Clutch Gaming as well.
Thank you so much for the interview. Apollo, looking forward to interviewing you again, maybe on Clutch. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Wait, you haven't yet? Well, you should, because these LCS interviews are brought to you by OmniSlash. They're going to be here all season long, so make sure you subscribe.